Thank you for joining us on This is Exclusive at 7 p.m. and our only focus is on the attack, ladies and gentlemen, on Indians. 7 Indians have been killed. Whether they are locals, non-locals, laborers, Kashmiris, doesn't matter. They were Indians first and they have been gunned down by Pakistani terrorists. Our complete focus this evening is on the cowardly attack by Pakistan, and we'll tell you all about the developing story in Bengal as well, as Mamata Banerjee comes under pressure. We'll tell you all about that story. Also lined up on 7 p.m. This is Exclusive. Here are the headlines this evening. NIA officials arrive at the attack site in Ganderbal. Central Agency has taken over the investigation, where Pakistan openly has admitted to an attack. Big statement by Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah says some with vested interests are against normalcy returning to Jammu and Kashmir. NIA takes over the CRPF school blast investigation. In the national capital, top sources saying police wrote to Telegram seeking details of a Justice League India. Talks between Mamata Banerjee and doctors underway in Nobonna, in Kolkata. Will the stalemate end? Our focus on that meeting as well tonight. Ahead of Prime Minister Modi's visit to BRICS, in Russia, India and China have agreed on disengagement at friction points along the line of action control. A disengagement is now formal. A day after Pakistani terrorists rained gunfire in Ganderbal, killing 7 Indians, there have been protests across Jammu and Kashmir this evening. So we won't say there were protests in Jammu earlier and in Kashmir now, because across Jammu and Kashmir there have been protests, and I'm getting in pictures right now. I'm going straight to the pictures coming in from Pulwama in South Kashmir. The people of Kashmir are coming out and saying enough is enough. Enough is enough of Pakistani terror. Enough is enough of this gunfire. Enough is enough of Lashkar attacks in Jammu and Kashmir. For the last almost 24 hours, a massive combing operation has been launched. NIA officials have been in Jammu and Kashmir collecting evidence from the attack site. And these are the latest pictures coming in. People of Pulwama, they are saying that Pulwama stands united. Pulwama stands united to fight terror. Those are youth of Jammu and Kashmir who are on the streets of Pulwama. This is in South Kashmir, sending a message to Pakistan and Pakistan's proxies that it is a new Kashmir and they will not take it anymore. Those are pictures and a message going out to Pakistan, which feels, and even people like Farooq Abdullah coming out this evening. Look at that. Pulwama stands united against terrorism in memory of the 7 innocent lives, and there are names there of the 7 innocent Indians who were killed in the terror attack sponsored by Pakistan. Those are live pictures coming in. We saw images of the protests ongoing in Jammu earlier today, and these are pictures coming in from Pulwama. Even people like Farooq Abdullah are sending a message to Pakistan today. Of course, you can't trust Farooq Abdullah. He changes his line, but even he's saying that the things have changed. I'm going across to Arawat, joining us live. Arawat, let's go across to him. Arawat, looking at these pictures here, and people have had enough. And then the message that we are taking away from these protests, that people have had enough of such attacks.
Absolutely, Niranjan. As we have seen before the elections, that the youth of Kashmir have rejected all the propagandas of the Pakistan, but this is the second time when after the terror attack, the youth in the South Kashmir's Pulwama has protested against the Pakistan's terror attack here in the Ganderbal, in which we have seen yesterday that the 7 people have been killed in the deadly terror attack by the terrorists, and later Lashkar's TRF claimed the responsibility of this attack, and the mastermind behind this attack was the TRF's chief Sajjad Gul, and it clearly indicates that this is a frustration among the Pakistan-based terrorists, as we have seen the development here in the Kashmir Valley after the abrogation of Article 370. But it clearly indicates that Pakistan and the Pakistan-based terror outfits have not digested it, and that's why they are trying to create disturbance in the Kashmir Valley. We have seen in the Pulwama that the protesters are coming out and they are holding the candles in their hands, and they were slogging against the Pakistan and the attackers who did attack yesterday here in the Ganderbal, in which we have seen that the 7 persons have been killed, and we have seen that the 5 others are still in the hospital. We have seen the youth of Kashmir have recently faced in the...
I want you to stay with me. Arawat, be with me. Arawat, be with me. Arawat, be with me. People cutting across different party lines are today coming together, not to say talk to Pakistan, to say that it will never be the same with Pakistan again. We spoke to some of those people who were witness to the attacks on these 7 Indians. And I want to take you through the names of some of these victims, ladies and gentlemen, because it's important to identify who was shot dead by Pakistani terrorists. I'm reading the names out. Dr. Shahnawaz, killed by Pakistani terrorists. Fahim Nasir, killed by Pakistani terrorists. Kaleem, killed by Pakistani terrorists. Muhammad Hanif, killed by Pakistani terrorists. Shashi Abrol, killed by Pakistani terrorists. Anil Shukla, killed by Pakistani terrorists. And Gurmeet Singh, the 7 victims of the attacks in Kashmir last evening. Here are some eyewitness accounts, people who saw what happened. Listen in. Let's go across to the eyewitness accounts that we referred to, the eyewitness accounts, people who witnessed what happened firsthand.
नॉन लोकल और एक यहाँ का लोकल डॉक्टर जो है उनको कल मिलिटेंटों ने अपना निशाना बनाया, कैसे देखते हैं इस चीज़ को?
ये तो सर मैं कह रहा हूँ कि ये सरासर गलत था, क्योंकि ऐसा अटैक नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये जो यहाँ पर टनल प्रोजेक्ट्स बन रहे हैं ये हमारे विलेज की, यानी कि हमारे जो यहाँ हमारे गांव है या हमारा लेह लद्दाख है या हमारा जो ट्रांसपोर्ट यहाँ से चलता है उनकी सहूलियत के लिए ये है कि हमारे टनल बनाई गई बट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने। मगर ये जो इन पर अटैक हुआ है, जो लेबर्स थे इसमें इन्वॉल्व जो लेबर हुए, ये काफ़ी इसकी मजम्मत करते हैं एज लोकल होने के नाते कि ये सरासर गलत है, ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि ये जुल्म और ज़्यादतियाँ हैं। क्योंकि ये जो आप यहाँ पर जो प्रोजेक्ट बन रहे हैं ये तो कश्मीर के डेवलप के लिए हैं और कश्मीर के लोगों के फ़ायदे के लिए है, क्योंकि इससे पहले जब हमारे यहाँ टनल नहीं थी तो करीबन 10 या 20 दिन लगते थे गाड़ी को लेह लद्दाख जाने के लिए। उसके वजह सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने जो टनल 2 प्रोजेक्ट बनाए वो बेहतरीन थे, हम उसकी मतलब तारीफ़ करते हैं सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की जो प्रोजेक्ट बनाए। तो आज हमें इतनी सहूलियत होती है कि इन टनलों से पास होकर हम जब वहाँ गाड़ी लगभग 1 या 2 दिनों के अंदर लद्दाख तक पहुँचाते हैं और वहाँ पर हम जो अपनी बिज़नेस को बढ़ाते हैं आगे, उससे हमारी जो हमारा रोज़गार है वो भी बढ़ता है, वो भी अच्छी तरीके से चलता है। तो ये जो कल जिस तरीके से भी ये अटैक हुआ है, जिसने भी किया, मैं उनकी बहुत मजम्मत करता हूँ।
आप मुझे बताइए जो इंसिडेंट कल हुआ, यहाँ पे जो मजदूर बाहर से यहाँ पे काम करने के लिए आए थे, इसमें एक डॉक्टर भी है, उन्हें फायरिंग करके उनमें जो 7 लोग जो हैं उनकी हत्या कर दी, कैसे देखते हैं इस चीज़ को आप?
ये सर बहुत बुरा हुआ हम लोगों के लिए, हम लोगों के लिए, पूरे हर किसी के मजदूर के लिए बहुत बुरा हुआ, कि इससे टनल के इस काम से कितने गरीब मजदूरों के रोजी रोटी चल रही है, कितने बेचारे बाहर से यहाँ पे काम करने आए, घर में बीवी बच्चों को छोड़कर आए। हम लोग खुद काम के दिन कर रहे थे, आज हम लोगों को भी बेकार बैठा पड़ा और परेशानी पूरी, ना रात ना दिन कहीं है, ये पता नहीं कब क्या हो।
घर में जो बच्चे वगैरह हैं वो घबराए हुए हैं, हालांकि आप भी अपने घरों से
पर बैठे रहे सर, पूरी रात भर बैठे से रहे।
हालांकि अगर इन मजदूरों की जो बात करें जो कि बाहर से यहाँ पे आए थे, टनल का काम जो कि एक हिस्टोरिकल यहाँ पे एक टनल बनने जा रही है, हालांकि कश्मीर की जो डेवलपमेंट के लिए काम कर रहे थे उनको ही टारगेट किया गया, उसके साथ एक डॉक्टर भी है उसको भी निशाना बनाया, कैसे देखते हैं आप इस चीज़ को?
ये बहुत बुरा, बहुत गलत हुआ सर, बहुत गलत हुई।
There have been many instances in the past when Pakistan has tested India and India has hit back hard. The message from India today, the Lieutenant Governor speaking about the attack, the attackers, the aftermath and the response now. This was what he said. Listen in. Let's listen into what Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha said, please. Manoj Sinha, the Lieutenant Governor, this was his message earlier.
सुरक्षा बलों को पूरा फ्री हैंड दिया गया है और ये बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। जम्मू कश्मीर का प्रशासन पूरी तरह से इन परिजनों के परिवारों के साथ है और मुझे लगता है कि जल्द ही जिन लोगों ने इस घृणित काम को अंजाम दिया है उनको निश्चित रूप से भुगतना पड़ेगा।
तो सरकार की नीति बिल्कुल स्पष्ट है आतंकवाद के खिलाफ, एकदम
उसमें कोई दुविधा नहीं होनी चाहिए।
पाकिस्तान लगातार कोशिश कर रहा है माहौल खराब करने की।
स्वाभाविक रूप से कोशिशें हैं, लेकिन हमारे सुरक्षा बल, जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस, सेना मुस्तैद हैं और बेहतर कोऑर्डिनेशन से निश्चित रूप से हम।
क्या संदेश रहेगा पाकिस्तान के लिए?
पहले हमारी जिम्मेदारी दूसरी है, जो खुद अपने लोगों को नागरिक सुविधाएं नहीं दे पा रहे हैं वो जम्मू कश्मीर में अशांति पैदा करने की कोशिश न करें।
Going on to Gursimran. Gursimran, of course, you know, every time there's an attack, there are these Lashkar proxies that claim responsibility. One, do we know who carried out the attack? Do we have exact specific names? Of course, we may not want to share it. I just want to know whether they've been identified. And two, what is the response so far and the response expected?
Niranjan, first this is a Lashkar group, be it their proxies or it is a Lashkar group and a Lashkar commander who now heads a TRF. This is Sajad Gul. A 10 lakh bounty on him has been announced by the National Investigation Agency because he has been involved in the many terror crimes that have taken place in the Kashmir Valley. He's the one who has brought in this new term of the targeted killings in the Kashmir Valley, the spree of killings that we have seen in the October 2021 that started in the Kashmir Valley when we saw back-to-back killings taking place. And similar is the case now. He wanted to revive that killings in the Kashmir Valley, and that's why this hit squad was sent. Lashkar calls it a Falcon squad. Now it has been identified in the sense that some of the overground workers and the guides that have helped them to infiltrate into the Indian territory, even the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir has also accepted that the infiltration has taken place. So they have been identified, and now based on their inputs and the interrogation that the police is carrying out, they are trying to reach out these terrorists. The terrorists are believed to be Pakistani terrorists. They are not the local terrorists, at least what we are picking up so far in this investigation that is being carried out by the central agencies as well as state agencies. It is very important to mention that this group was specially infiltrated from the North Kashmir, followed the Tulail route to heading towards the South Kashmir. This was their route, and in between they got the message that they have to carry out this attack, and based on the recce that was carried out by the overground workers, they carried out this attack. The timing of the attack is similar to what has been the modus operandi of the Lashkar-e-Toiba even in the Jammu region, that when it is dusk, then they will carry out this attack and then they will disappear in the forest. This is a similar modus operandi that they have followed this time as well, Niranjan.
Right. Thank you for joining us with those inputs. And we are watching very, very closely. The Indian Armed Forces, the NIA, all investigating what's happening. Let's quickly shift our focus to Kolkata now, where there is a key meeting that's underway. A key meeting where we don't know what the outcome will be, but given the mood of the protesting doctors, the champions who've been on the streets of Kolkata, they are in no mood to relent, and they have been speaking or trying to speak to the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee. That meeting is on. I'm going across to our teams in Kolkata to get the details of the meeting between the doctors and Mamata Banerjee, the meeting that was underway in Nabonna. These are details that are coming in. Junior doctors are meeting with the West Bengal Chief Minister, the State Secretariat. And before going into that meeting, the junior doctors said they were looking forward to a positive outcome, saying that they were hopeful that something would come out of it. 17 junior doctors are meeting the Chief Minister of West Bengal today, 17 of them. And Kishale is live with us right now. I'm going across to Kishale. Kishale, to all our viewers who are watching this show, why don't you tell them what the demands are as it stands today and what's been the response of the government so far in Bengal?
Well, the big update right now, Niranjan, is that meeting is over. The meeting has been concluded. The Chief Minister spoke to the doctors and the Chief Secretary as well. The doctors put forth their demands. The Chief Minister had a dialogue with them. Many of the demands, the doctors actually, at some points in the meeting, there was a kind of altercation between the Chief Minister and the doctors, mild altercation where both the parties disagreed. But at the end, we saw that the Chief Minister agreeing to the point that there should be a state task force where the junior doctors should have their representatives as well. Apart from that, many of the points that the junior doctors were talking about in that meeting, the Chief Minister in some of those points said that these are sub judice matters. Some of those points were taken, notes were taken by the Chief Secretary, and later on the Chief Secretary concluded by saying that all the directives that the Chief Minister has agreed to, we will be accepting that and we will be giving out a notice to you tomorrow. But now we have to see, very importantly, whether the junior doctors would accept what the Chief Minister has told them and take back their fast unto death. They said that there will be a GB meeting now, after which they will be deciding on what happened. Right now, what is the latest update is the Chief Minister has left, and now the junior doctors will be meeting and deciding on the fasting front. Niranjan.
All right. Thank you, Kishale, for joining us with those inputs, the updates from Kolkata. The meeting still underway. The Chief Minister itself, the discussion with her, that part is done. They're now discussing with officials. So we are tracking the situation closely, and we'll keep you posted the moment there's a breakthrough. It's been going on for 3 to 4 months now. Justice for Abaya campaign is alive. Taking a short break here on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. A reminder that at 8 p.m. you have Super Prime Time Max with Arnab. 3 debates coming up tonight.